Hi, welcome friends. Today we're going to watch an amazing heist movie. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Our story begins in the middle of a vast desert. A luxurious train is speeding across the sand. On board, there's a priceless crown, a royal treasure that belonged to the Queen of England. The Queen herself is on the train, traveling with her grandchildren. As she plays with them, she gives a serious instruction to a royal guard. Keep your eyes on the crown. The guard replies confidently, "No one can even see it, ma'am." To that, the Queen calmly says, "If you can see the sky from here, someone can see the crown from the sky." Then she walks away. At that moment, high above the train, someone is falling from the sky. It's not a bird or a plane. It's Arian, also known as Mr. A, the world's smoothest, smartest thief. Calm, focused, and stylish, he parachutes down like a shadow. Back on the train, the Queen is playing hide-and-seek with her grandchildren. As she searches, she enters the room where the crown is kept, surrounded by guards. Just a few moments later, she walks back out, but something feels off. The guards look shocked. "Wait, you just went inside, ma'am," one of them says, confused. They rush in to check the crown, but it's gone. All that's left is a symbol, a bold letter, A stabbed into the stand where the crown used to be. It turns out the Queen who walked in wasn't the real Queen at all. It was Mr. A in disguise. He removes his mask and climbs to the roof of the moving train. The guards chase him and a fight breaks out. But Mr. A has a secret weapon, a robotic sandboard. He jumps off the train and glides away across the desert like a ghost, disappearing into the horizon. Right after the escape, we're treated to an energetic dance number. This is where Hrithik Roshan, who plays Arian, truly shines. The song is called Doom Again, and trust me, if you love dancing, it's a must-watch. Now we meet Monali, a police officer working on the case. She presents the facts. The crown was stolen. No fingerprints, no evidence, just the symbol, eh? It's clear, this thief is extremely smart. Enter Jai Dixit, a senior police officer and one of the best minds on the force. He steps forward and says, "This man isn't stealing for money. Every item he takes is priceless, full of history, not just value." He begins to reveal a pattern behind the thefts. A diamond in London, a royal crown in Istanbul, a famous painting in Paris. Jai shows the dates of these thefts, and something strange happens when he adds up the digits. He lists past thefts: a diamond in London, a queen's crown in Istanbul, and a precious painting in Paris. Jai decodes the pattern by showing the dates of the thefts. The first theft was on 5/4/2004. Adding the digits gives 15. The next theft was on 15/7/2004. Adding those date with month and year gives 28. He then executed a plan on 28/9/2005. So the thief uses a unique pattern based on adding the digits of his dates, and that sum corresponds to the date on which he executes his next plan. He realizes that Arian uses the sum of one date's digits to choose the next theft date. That's how he stays one step ahead, using math as his secret code. Jai uncovers something even more surprising. Arian isn't just leaving behind the letter A at the crime scenes. When you connect all the cities on a world map, London, Istanbul, Paris, they actually form the shape of the letter A. Arian wants to place his A sign on the world map. To complete the final line of that symbol, one last place remains: Mumbai. Now that Jai has figured out the date and location of the next heist, he strongly suspects that Arian is already in Mumbai. At the same time, Arian arrives in the city, in his own unique, stylish way. Without wasting a moment, he begins planning his next big move. He builds high-tech robotic gadgets and sketches out every detail of his mission with precision. Jai, already in Mumbai, knows the city and the timing, but not the exact target. So, he takes a smart approach, placing security at every location in the city that houses priceless antiques and treasures. Meanwhile, Arian swims through underwater tunnels beneath a secured building. He sneaks in without being seen and does something strange. He paints his entire body to blend in with the surroundings. Inside a museum, Jai stands guard near a priceless necklace. Once worn by Mumtaz, the wife of the famous Emperor Shah Jahan. A museum staff member walks up and casually says, "This necklace is truly beautiful, isn't it?" He then adds, "There's a story. Mumtaz once threw this necklace at Shah Jahan during an argument. One of the diamonds flew off, and it was kept in another museum." Knowing that, Jai suddenly has a breakthrough. It hits him. Aryan isn't going to steal the whole necklace. He's going after the missing diamond. Back in the museum, Aryan is already in place. He's painted head to toe, perfectly camouflaged, and is standing completely still, disguised as a statue among other statues. No one suspects a thing. Without moving his body, Aryan begins controlling one of his robots with his finger gestures. The small robotic car quietly crawls across the floor, weaving between the guard's feet. No one notices. The robot is jet black and blends in with the dark black floor tiles. The robot makes its way to the base of the pillar where the diamond is placed. With a soft whir, it latches onto both sides of the pillar and begins climbing upward using its small mechanical wheels. Then, Aryan activates another function. A slim robotic arm extends from the device. It reaches up, grabs the diamond, and pulls it back inside. But Aryan isn't done yet. To make sure no one realizes the diamond is missing, he attaches a small device to the wall. With the press of a button, the device projects a laser-generated hologram, creating a perfect illusion of the diamond still being there. To anyone watching, nothing seems out of place. Jai raced toward the museum in his car. While driving, he urgently called his assistant, Arjun. The thief, Aryan, could already be there, he warned. "Don't let anyone in or out until I arrive." At that very moment, an old man dressed as a janitor was taking a trash cart outside the museum. He accidentally bumped into Arjun. By knowing this from the car, Jai shouted through the phone, "I canceled all cleaning staff shifts today. That could be him. Stop him." Arjun immediately blocked the old man's path and asked to see his ID. The man, calm, silent, was none other than Aryan in disguise. Without saying a word, Aryan subtly activated a hidden device in his shoes. It released a strange liquid in the manhole cover under his feet. Still suspicious, Arjun glanced at the ID card, but didn't notice the name. "Who are you? This doesn't have name." Aryan calmly replied, "Check the backside." As Arjun turned the card over, his eyes widened. It had Aryan's signature, a symbol. Before he could react, the liquid had already done its job. The manhole cover burst open, and Aryan dropped straight down into the sewer system below. Seconds later, Aryan popped up from another manhole nearby, no longer in disguise. With wheels attached to his shoes, he sped through the city streets, weaving through cars and crowds like a pro skater. Arjun jumped on his motorbike and chased after him, keeping Jai updated over the phone. But Aryan wasn't done showing off his brilliance. He activated magnetic grips hidden in his gloves, letting him glide faster by holding onto passing vehicles. His movements were smooth, precise, and impossible to catch. Above the city, Jai flew in a helicopter, sniper rifle in hand, trying to line up a shot. But Aryan was always one move ahead, spotting a group of joggers in matching shirts. He quickly tossed on a plain t-shirt, just like theirs, and melted into the crowd. Jai tried to track him from above. Arjun scanned the streets, but neither could spot him. And then, in the middle of the chaos, Aryan calmly jogged right next to Arjun, smiling to himself, completely unnoticed. After a failed mission of catching the thief, a news flash appears on TV. The thief himself has called the TV station and declared, "I am going to steal a precious sword from Juhar Castle." He even challenged the police, saying, "Catch me if you can." As a result, the government and police department come under intense pressure. They deploy full security to the castle. Meanwhile, Aryan is at the airport, about to leave the country disguised as a pastor. At the same time, a frustrated young boy nearby complains that he has to attend a sports competition but can't get a flight ticket. Aryan notices the news on TV, pauses to think, and then makes a decision. He gives his ticket to the boy, wishing him luck for the competition. Aryan doesn't board the flight. Instead, he returns to the city. At Juhar Castle, a thief suddenly jumps from above, landing directly in front of the precious sword on display. At that moment, a coin rolls across the floor toward the thief. As the thief turns around, it's revealed to be none other than our hero. Arian, calmly eating, says, "Don't even think about taking that sword. There are infrared sensors all around it." He hands the thief a special goggles to see the lasers. When the thief puts them on, the laser beams become visible. Holding 2 coins in his hand, Arian says there were always 2 coins, one real and one fake. Now it becomes clear that Arian wasn't the one who tipped off the TV station. It was actually the thief who spread the news. Arian throws one of the coins into the beam, triggering the alarm. Securities rush in and surround them. Immediately, the thief grabs the sword, leaps into the air, and replaces it with a symbol of Mr. A. Watching this, Arian is slightly impressed. He also escapes from the scene. The thief, however, is captured by the police on the terrace. Just then, Arian jumps in and rescues the thief. They both land at the base of the castle. There, the thief removes her disguise, and Arian is stunned by her beauty. She introduces herself as Sunnery, the heroine of our story. "I'm a fan of your stealing style," she says. "That's why I planned all this, to meet you. I want to be your partner." Though impressed by her boldness, Arian responds, "I always work alone. I don't want a partner. And since you stole this sword in my name, it belongs to me." With that, Arian vanishes. Even though he left her behind, Arian remains intrigued by her style. He secretly follows Sunnery and observes her activities. One day, he meets her in disguise on a basketball court. "If you want to be my partner," he says, "you have to become my shadow. You must trust me 100%. If you're okay with that, be ready to leave this country." Then he walks away, leaving Sunnery confused. All of this, however, is part of a plan by intelligent Officer Jai. Arian can only be arrested when he steals something, and then he vanishes like a ghost. So Jai sends Sunnery as bait, hoping she can earn Arian's trust and help catch him. Sunnery herself is a thief, and to clear her criminal record, she has accepted Jai's mission. She has no other option. At one point, Officer Jai meets Sunnery in a theater. She tells him about Paris. Someone sits beside her, disguised as an innocent stranger. It's Arian. He casually hands her a ticket to Paris. Sunnery is confused, caught between the cop and the thief. Later, Jai warns her, "Don't betray us by helping him." Frustrated, Sunnery replies, "Arian trusts me completely, but you don't." In Paris, Arian and Sunnery share a beautiful dinner date. There, Arian finally reveals their next heist. "We're going to steal ancient coins from the Paris Museum." Even during the dinner, Arian remains in disguise. Before leaving, he says, "Training starts tomorrow, 6 a.m. sharp." The next morning, Sunnery waits at a mountain cliff. Arian arrives, this time without any disguise. He looks confident, stylish, and intelligent. Sunnery is stunned. He asks her just one question. "Do you trust me?" Sunnery replies, "Yes." "Then jump from the cliff," he says. She's shocked at first, but trusting him completely, she jumps. Arian jumps right after her, clipping her harness to his in midair. He was testing her trust, and now Sunnery has earned it. Later, before their heist, they visit the museum and see the precious coins. Sunnery asks, "Why do you want to steal these specific coins?" Arian says, "These are precious. A single coin is worth $1 million. Knowing this, Sunnery is shocked. After that, she reports everything to Officer Jai. At that time, Arian, disguised as a dancer in the crowd, sees her speaking with Officer Jai. Seeing this, Arian is heartbroken. He returns to his place and waits for her with a gun. Sunnery comes. Arian reveals that he knows the truth and that he's heartbroken because of her betrayal, and also because he loved her. He puts a single bullet in the gun and gives it to her, telling her to shoot him. But it doesn't fire. Then he points the gun at her and shoots. Again, it doesn't fire. He repeats this. Seeing this, Sunnery begins to cry. It's the last round, and now it's Sunnery's turn. But instead of shooting him, she points the gun at herself and pulls the trigger because, unknowingly, she had started to love him. But even in the last round, the gun doesn't fire because Arian only pretended to put a bullet in it. Sunnery confesses everything. After knowing the truth, Arian says, "I gave you the gun because I trusted you. You were the only one who had the choice to kill me. But you didn't. Now I trust you." They share their love, and once again, they plan their heist. Officer Jai waits confidently at the museum, believing Sunnery will help him catch Arian. But Arian and Sunnery are already inside, disguised as Snow White's dwarfs. At that time, a group of school students visits the museum. Meanwhile, Arian releases harmless insect kind of robots into the crowd of students. Seeing this, the kids panic and run. In this chaos, Arian steals the coins. Jai soon realizes the coins are missing. Officer Jai orders the museum to be sealed and says no one should be allowed to leave, except the school students. But Arian, ever the intelligent thief, leaves behind his symbol Mr. A, changes his disguise to that of a school kid, and escapes. After that, Officer Jai notices something strange. There should be 7 dwarfs with Snow White, but there are only 5. Seeing this, Jai realizes Sunnery has betrayed him and escaped with Arian, and the chase begins. Arian drops Sunnery at a pre-planned location where another bike is already waiting. They separate. Jai follows Arian, ever smartest. Arian jumps from the bike and lands in a mountain cliff using his parachute, but Jai also jumped and they fight on a mountain cliff. Unfortunately, Sunnery is caught by the police and they bring her to the cliff. Jai points his gun at Arian and says, "Surrender, or I'll shoot you." Arian, with love in his eyes, says, "Like before, you're the only one who has the choice to kill me." Hearing this, Sunnery shoots him. Arian falls from the cliff and into the waterfall. Seeing this, Officer Jai becomes frustrated and yells at Sunnery. "You will live with this guilt that you killed someone," he says, and walks away. 6 months later, they show a beach on an island. Sunnery owns a small restaurant. She's serving a customer, but surprisingly, it's Arian. He's not dead. Once again, they had tricked the police using fake bullets. But unfortunately, Officer Jai finds them and comes to the restaurant. He says, "I've been secretly watching you for the last 6 months, but you haven't stolen anything." Arian replies, "I just love Sunnery. For our love and a peaceful life, we haven't stolen anything." He hands over a watch and says, "This is all the details about our past heists." Instead of arresting them, Officer Jai surprisingly leaves them to live in peace because he realizes they have truly changed. For a moment, Arian and Sunnery are shocked by Jai's decision. They continue their romantic, peaceful life together, and that's the end of the story. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for watching.